Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a lush green jungle, there lived a mighty lion. He was a king of the jungle, feared and respected by all the animals. His roar was so powerful that it echoed through the trees, sending shivers down the spines of even the bravest creatures. One day, however, the lion woke up feeling unwell. He had a terrible sore throat and his voice was hoarse. At first, he didn't think much of it. A scratchy throat, he thought, was just a minor inconvenience. But as the day wore on, he realized that something was very wrong. He tried to let out a mighty roar to announce his presence to the jungle, but only a weak meow escaped his lips. The lion panicked. Without his roar, he felt like he had lost his identity, his power, his place among the animals. Determined to get his roar back, the lion decided to seek help from the wisest animal in the jungle, the elephant. The elephant was known for her calm wisdom and was always willing to lend a helping trunk to those in need. The lion approached her cautiously. He was embarrassed to admit his weakness to anyone, let alone the gentle giant. But he knew he needed her help if he was going to get his roar back. When the elephant heard the lion's problem, she was deeply concerned. Losing one's roar was a serious matter, she explained. It wasn't just a means of communication. It was a symbol of one's strength and status. But the elephant also knew that there was no quick fix for such a problem. The lion would have to embark on a long and difficult journey to find a solution. The elephant suggested that the lion should start by visiting the bird who lived at the top of the tallest tree in the jungle. The bird was said to have keen eyes and ears, and she might have some insight into what caused the lion's voice to disappear. So off the lion went, his paws making heavy thuds on the ground with every step. He was frustrated, scared, and desperate to get his roar back. As the lion walked, he couldn't help but feel like the entire jungle was mocking him. The chirping of the birds, the rustling of the leaves, even the buzzing of the insects seemed to echo his own lost voice. It was a painful reminder of what he had lost and how he was now perceived by the other animals. Finally, he reached the tallest tree in the jungle and called out to the bird, hoping that she could help him. The bird peered down at the lion from her lofty perch and asked why he had climbed the tree. When the lion explained his problem, the bird burst out laughing. "Oh, mighty king," she said, mockingly, "has your roar gone hoarse? How will you scare the poor little deers and zebras now?" The lion was furious. He wanted to roar with anger, but all that came out was a weak growl. "Don't laugh," he snapped. "It's no laughing matter. My roar is gone." "Well, then go find it," the bird said dismissively. "It's not my problem." The lion was furious, but he knew that the bird was right. He had to find a way to get his roar back on his own. So he thanked the bird for her help and started his journey back home. As he walked, the lion thought about what the bird had said. Maybe his roar wasn't as important as he thought it was. Maybe it was foolish of him to rely solely on his strengths and power to maintain his status as king. He realized that he needed to change, to become a better leader. But he didn't know where to start. Just then, he saw a small turtle walking slowly towards him. The turtle was known for her calm demeanor and ability to remain centered in difficult situations. The lion hesitated. He wasn't sure if he wanted to burden the turtle with his problems, but he knew that he needed help. Taking a deep breath, he asked the turtle if she could help him to find his missing roar. At first, The turtle seemed surprised by the lion's request. She had never been asked for help before, but she knew that this was a chance for her to teach the lion an important lesson. "Close your eyes, lion," she said softly, "and listen to the sounds around you." The lion did as he was told, and as he listened, he began to hear the wind rustling through the leaves, the birds singing in the trees, the insects buzzing in the undergrowth. And for the first time in a long time, he felt a sense of calm wash over him. "Open your eyes, lion," the turtle said gently, "and look at the world around you." The lion opened his eyes and saw the jungle in a new light. He saw the beauty of the flowers, the grace of the deer, the strength of the elephants. And he realized that he had been so focused on his own problems that he had forgotten to appreciate the world around him. "Thank you, turtle," he said softly, realizing that regaining his roar was not the most important thing in the jungle. But then a loud cackle broke the silence. The lion looked up and saw the bird from the tall tree perched on a nearby branch, watching them with amusement. "So you found your inner peace, lion," she said mockingly. "But what about your roar? You'll need more than inner peace to survive in this jungle." The lion felt a surge of anger, but he took a deep breath and remained calm. He knew that the bird was trying to provoke him, but he wasn't going to take the bait. "You're right," he said calmly, "but I don't need my roar to be strong." The bird tilted her head in confusion. "What do you mean?" The lion looked at the turtle and the other animals who had gathered around them and said, "Being strong isn't just about having a loud roar. It's about being brave, kind, and working together. And I think I've learned that today." The animals cheered, impressed by the lion's newfound wisdom. The bird, however, was not impressed. She still thought that the lion needed a good scare to remind him of his place in the jungle. So she flew down and landed on the ground in front of him. "Very wise words, lion," she said sarcastically. "But I think you need a little reminder of your place in the jungle." With that, she swooped down and gave the lion a hard peck on the nose. The lion roared with pain and anger, startling all the animals. But then he stopped. He looked at the bird, not with anger, but with understanding. He realized that she had been trying to help him, albeit in a very rough way. "Thank you, bird," he said softly. "I understand now." The bird was taken aback by the lion's calm response. She had expected him to lash out, but instead he had remained peaceful. This was not the lion she had known. The lion then went to the monkey, who was known for his intelligence and quick wit. The monkey was initially reluctant to help the lion, thinking it was all just a big joke. But when he saw the sincerity in the lion's eyes, he agreed to lend a hand. The monkey took the lion to a secluded part of the jungle where there was an ancient tree with gnarled branches and a hollow trunk. "This tree is very special," the monkey explained. "It has seen many seasons come and go, and it holds the secrets of the jungle." The lion looked at the tree in awe and stepped closer. As he did, he felt a sudden jolt of energy and his eyes widened in surprise. "I can feel my roar returning," he exclaimed. And with that, he let out a mighty roar that echoed through the trees. It was even louder and more powerful than before. Overjoyed, the lion thanked the monkey for his help and raced back to his home. He couldn't wait to tell his family and friends that he had got his roar back. As he approached his den, He heard the familiar sounds of his family's voices. His wife and cubs were inside, and he couldn't wait to share his good news with them. Bursting through the entrance, he roared with joy. "I got my roar back, my love!" His wife and cubs were overjoyed. They had missed his roar and were so happy to hear it once again. The lion's cub, who had been too young to remember the sound of his father's roar, nuzzled against his leg, curious about the loud noise. The lion chuckled and scooped up his cub, letting out a gentle roar. His family huddled close, feeling safe and loved. The lion was no longer afraid of losing his roar. He had learned that true strength came not from his voice, but from his heart. He had learned to be humble, to listen to others, and to work together with the other animals. And in doing so, he had become a better king, a better father, and a better friend. The lion continued to roar with joy as he played with his cubs, knowing that he was truly blessed to be the king of the jungle.